Hey guys, Tony from the Outsider channel here today. We've got a little bit of a special edition, I'd say. It's going to be my top 6 crashes for the year. And let me just start this by saying I'm usually not a fan of these videos. They're usually bait and click, and I don't usually like watching crashes before I go ride. So I'm gonna say, don't watch this before you're gonna go hit the trails. And also, I've kind of threw in some of my favorite crashes, not just the most horrible ones. So some of my favorites are more funny, more humorous, and then I've saved the best for last. But before we do that, I'm gonna get a little bit more comfortable, grab a beverage. Suggest you guys do the same, settle in for a little bit. 'Tis the season. I'll be back in a sec. Our first clip comes to us from Mammoth Mountain. I wanted to start off with this one because I don't know if you guys have ever done something so stupid that turned into something so terrible so quick. One of those things where you're just not even thinking about what you're doing on the bike. Like you're checking your camelback, or you're just friggin', I don't know, like talking to a buddy and you go to grab your handlebar and it's not there, and then your hand's over here and all of a sudden you realize that there's no hands on the handlebar, and all of a sudden you're going down and how is this happening? And oh wow, this is really happening. You fall down, and then the worst possible place you can fall is on a friggin' hard rock right in the middle of your spine. That's what happened here. Oh my God. Ah, my back landed on this. Feels cut up. What a stupid slam. Oh my God, that was the dumbest slam I've ever had. I was looking at my gimbal, trying to see if the camera was on, and then didn't grab the handlebar in time. Unbelievable. It's always in the stupid ones. All right, let's pretend that didn't happen. This next one is one of my personal favorites. It's not a bad crash. I wouldn't even really call it a crash. I mean, technically it's a crash. It's from Exploration Trail in Running Springs, California. If you guys haven't ridden this trail, definitely head up there. It's an awesome place to ride. It's a great place to go even if you're going to Sky Park. It's only like 10 minutes down the road. I'm riding down the trail and a tree jumps out in front of you. If that's ever the case, that's the case in this clip right here. Enjoy. Oh my God, so dumb. Someone's done it before. His poor tree. Just getting roasted. Sorry, buddy. Right into the tree. Anyway, this next clip comes from Idlewild. This was one of the first videos I loaded up to the channel. It's one of my favorite places to ride. This one was one of those ones where I was doing a rollover, a little bit of a rock section, and couldn't even tell that I was going to be rolling right into basically like half foot of just sandy dirt and went OTB. Got a little banged up from this one, not too bad. Sand is going to be my downfall. This next clip comes to us from Laguna Beach on one of my favorite trails. It's called Gunnar Ridge on the maps. Everybody knows it as TNA, and this was my first time riding down it blind. I had just gotten the Rilo camera for the first time. I was kind of doing some test runs. This was very early in the year, before this channel even started, or before this channel was even conceived or thought about. I was just out there having some fun, playing around with the camera. And with this one, you can kind of tell I just go down blind in a little roller section, wheel gets jabbed to the right, I flip over, and this is a really weird one because this is the first time and only time this has ever happened where my bike gets flung over my back and shoots down like it got pitched, like someone grabbed it and just threw it over my head. I still to this day don't know how the hell that happened, but I managed to jump to the side and this thing just flew over my head, and I just looked up kind of dumbfounded, scratched up like what just happened. Sorry about the footage being a little bit grainy. Like I said, it's from the Rilo in the early days. You get the picture.
Oh. Ah.
Okay guys, this next one, I didn't say it for last, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably my favorite one. This one comes to us from Snow Summit, one of the few times I rode there this year. And it was the ride I took on Miracle Mile. If you guys are familiar with Snow Summit, I rode it blind for the first time. And to add to it, was probably the worst conditions you can ride because it's so loose. We haven't had rain in like 8 months. And sometimes in SoCal, when it's that dry, some of the dust and dirt covers over rocks and areas that basically makes you feel like it's dirt when it's actually like pure rock underneath. So you don't really know what you're getting in store for. If you're riding blind, you're hitting stuff that looks like it's like rollable and looks like it's like jumpable and it's like just this or that. It's dirt and it's not. It's just slippery rock. This is one of those sections of the trail where I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Went in a little bit too hot with no strategy. But my favorite part is you don't really get enough crashes where you get pissed and you get up and you just say F you to that crash and you just go at it again, figure it out, finish it with confidence. And this was like my gem of the year where the crash really kind of hurt. I had some battered up injuries afterward, but while the adrenaline was running, got back up, got on my feet, got back on the bike, and finished it out. So this was that one for me.
I felt that one coming. Oh. I think I'm good. Had no control. Live to ride another day. I'm not going out like that. Gonna get a redemption. Round 2. Oh my god, I'm landing in powder sand that just sinks and turns my tire to the side. I'm gonna have to rethink that line. Do round 3 before the bruises and the batters settle in. I'm going too far to the right. Gotta slow it down. Round 3. That's all it is control.
The final crash of 2018 comes to us only a few weeks ago. This is one of my most recent videos that I made. It was at the luge, and for those of you that saw it, you're going to get a little recap of it. For those of you that missed it, you're in for a treat because this is my all-time worst crash I've ever had. I got very lucky from walking away and making it to the bottom from this one. I would say I've been in a couple car crashes in my life, and this is the closest I've been on a bike to where it actually feels like that. A full speed crash is just a messed up feeling. It affects you the next day. It affects you like the next week when you're riding your bike. Especially when I was riding down this trail, I was in full confidence mode, just peaking, feeling amazing, and then cut. So here's my worst crash of 2018.
Have fun, be safe.
Let's do it.
All right.
Man down. I'm all right. Holy shit. First, for me, one of those falls you just check everything, make sure everything's working on your body. I check my fingers. First thing I want to do is get my bike off the trail. All right, see if we could finish this out. God damn.
Like I said, I got lucky on that one. Broken helmet, some ruined gloves, battered ego, and just some injuries that took a few weeks to kind of get out from under. And with that, brings us to the end of my 2018 pseudo crash reel. And guys, for 2019, we're going to be doing more trail guides, way more traveling. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers to you guys. To 2019.